Sir Agravain, æɡræveɪn, is a knight of the Round Table in Arthurian legend, in Chrétien de Troyes, the Vulgate, Post-Vulgate Cycles and Thomas Malory's La Morte Arthur. He is the second eldest son of King Lot of Orkney with Anna, Morgause, thus nephew of King Arthur, and brother to Sir Gawain, Gaheris, and Gareth, and half-brother to Mordred. He is generally portrayed as handsome and a capable fighter, and participates in a number of adventures early in the Vulgate Cycle, sometimes even doing heroic deeds. In Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, where he is called Agravain of the Hard Hand, he is named in a list of respectable knights. This, combined with his unobjectionable depiction in Chrétien de Troyes Perceval, suggests his reputation might not have been very negative prior to the Vulgate. Unlike his heroic brothers Gawain and Gareth, however, Agravain is also known for malice and villainy. In the prose Lancelot of the Vulgate Cycle, he is described as taller than Gawain, with a somewhat misshapen body, a fine knight, but arrogant and full of evil words. In the post-Vulgate tradition, Agravain participates in the slaying of Sir Lamorak and Sir Dinadan, and in most cyclical Arthurian literature he plays an important role by exposing his aunt Guinevere's affair with Sir Lancelot. Though Gawain, Gareth and Gaheris tried to stop them, he and Mordred conspire to catch the adulterers together. In some versions he is killed by the escaping Lancelot. In others he dies defending Guinevere's execution from Lancelot's forces along with Gaheris and Gareth. In either case, it is not his death but those of Gaheris and Gareth's that inspires Gawain's wrath toward Lancelot, as Gawain had warned Agravain not to spy on Lancelot. The Agravain section of the Lancelot, in the traditional, albeit contested, division of the massive medieval prose Lancelot portion of the Lancelot Grail Vulgate Cycle into 3 or 4 parts and its sequel, and the Agravain section. Agravain has given his name to the last section, roughly the last third of the Lancelot, up to the quest of the Holy Grail, which begins. Here the story says that after Agravain he had left his companions, and proceeds to relate an adventure by Agravain. The division at this point is arbitrary and doesn't correspond to thematic and narrative logic, and despite giving his name to the section, Agravain plays only a minor role in the subsequent tales. Modern adaptations, by and large modern works based on Arthurian legend, continue to villainize Sir Agravain. Agravain, not Gaheris, as in Malory, is the Orkney brother responsible for the murder of his mother in what may be the most widely read 20th century adaptation of the Arthurian legend. Th. White's The Once and Future King series of books, first released in 1938. White portrays Agravain as a drunken, bloodthirsty coward, the bully of his family, but also intelligent and not altogether unsympathetic. The pre-Raphaelite poem, The Defensive Guinevere, by William Morris, also identifies Agravain as his mother's murderer. In the short story, Sir Agravain, from P. G. Wodehouse, The Man Upstairs and Other Stories, the character Sir Agravain the Dolorous is presented as an unattractive man of little distinction as a knight, characterized by self-doubt and a defeatist attitude. In other media, he appears in the British TV series Merlin in Series 4 as Arthur's contemptuous uncle Agravain de Bois, while purporting to help guide the prince. After his father is incapacitated, Agravain secretly works with Morgana to overthrow the Pendragons and return her to the throne, presumably acting out of revenge for the deaths of his siblings at hands of King Uther. He is finally killed by Merlin in the Season 4 finale after he helps Morgana attack Camelot. Conversely, the 1995 movie First Knight presents Agravain as heroic, an atypical treatment which can be traced to a curious anomaly in Malory, though consistently depicted as an outspoken enemy of the Queen. Agravain is nonetheless chosen as one of Guinevere's knights when she rides out on May Day.